have your block nearby. Also, we're going to work the back of the legs so you can use your weight on the back of those legs, okay? So back of your mat, feet hip distance, toes forward, shoulders back and down. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, tuck the chin and roll that body down. When you get to the bottom, little bend in the knees, take hold of opposite elbows and gently just sway from side to side. Back to center, let the arms hang. Walk the hands forward into plank. Hands below shoulders, back of the neck nice and long. As you exhale, lift your bum up, look through the legs. Now you're going to bend your right knee. As we do this, just let the hips drop and just look underneath your left arm. That's it. And then same on the other side. So we're bending one knee, straighten the other leg, but we're looking underneath the arm. And switch. And switch. And then back to center. Push both heels down. Slowly come down onto all fours. Sit back on those ankles. We're going to inhale. As you exhale, walk the hands round to the left. Deep breath in. And as you exhale, walk the hands round to the right. Slowly come back to center and uncurl. We're going to do some cats. So we're going to come onto all fours, hands below shoulders and knees directly below hips. We're going to inhale, and as you exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, round that back. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, let the tummy sag, eyes forward. And again, exhale, tuck, tilt, round. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, let the tummy sag, eyes forward. Exhale, tuck, tilt, and round. Inhale, tilt the pelvis, tummy sag, eyes forward. And then slowly come back to center. Now, block at this time is just if you've got any issues with wrists, it will just take a little bit of pressure off the wrist. So you'll have the right hand on your block, fingers hanging over the side. If you want to, you can grab hold of a weight or your ball and you can pop it behind the back of that left leg, okay? And then we're going to come onto the hands, onto the knees. Bring your, sorry, the block needs to be underneath your left hand if you're using it. My brain's not working today. Yeah, that's right. Okay, sorry. Bring your right knee slightly to center. Left knee lifted up off the floor. Let it hover. Take your right hand forward. We're going to lift the arm. We're going to lift the leg and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Keep it going. If you're rocking around and we're wobbling all over, keep your hands on the floor and just do your leg. Lift and lower. One more. Lift and lower. Pop the block to the side because you're going to come down onto your forearms. So make sure the shoulder doesn't come over the elbows, hands out in front. Now what we can do if we want to work those arms, you can grab hold of that block, have it between the palms, and you will squeeze the block and release, and you'll feel those arms working. Right knee slightly to center, lift that left leg up, heel into your bum. So we're going to do little circles with that left leg. You're going to squeeze the block if you want. So you can squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Now we're going to change direction with that circle. One more and then hold. We're going to add a rotation. So the knee is going to go to the left, the foot is going to go to the right. As you do that, squeeze the block and then release as you come back to center. Rotate and squeeze, release and lower. Rotate and squeeze, release and lower. Rotate and squeeze, release and lower. One more. Rotate and squeeze, release and lower. Now we're going to bring that knee in if you want. So you'll rotate, you'll bring the knee in, and what you can do is bring the weight forward. Then push away, taking that back to center. Rotate, knee in, push away, back to center. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back to center and down. Take the block out. Now we're going to stretch the bum out. So this is the one where we can bring the foot across and then slide the other leg away. If your knees and hips don't like that, you go into a seated position and you'll bring your right foot to your left hip and pull that knee in. Okay? So if we're in this position, try and keep the foot and the knee as a straight line as you can. Then come down onto the elbows and relax into it. If you're in a seated position, you're going to rotate to the right and hold and breathe. And then slowly come back up onto the hands, slide that leg out. We're going to do the whole thing on the other side, okay? So this time the block will be underneath that right hand. The weight is going to go behind the back of that right leg. We're going to bring left knee slightly to center. You're going to take left hand forward. We're going to lift the knee, lift the arm, and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come down, and then you're going to come onto your elbows. So make sure the shoulders don't come over the elbows. We're going to lift the knee up, bring it in line with the hip. Block can be between the hands, and you can squeeze that block with the hands and then release. And then we're going to do little circles with that knee. That's it. Don't let the head drop. Keep the stomach pulled in and breathe. Change direction. And then hold. We can add the rotation. So the knee goes to the side as the foot comes in, squeezing that block, release and back to center. Rotate and squeeze, release and back. Rotate and squeeze, release and back. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay. Now, if you can, we're going to bring the knee in, weight forward. Push it back, back to center. Rotate, knee in. Take it back, back to center. Rotate and in, back and center. Rotate, in, back and center. Last one. Rotate, in, back and center. Well done. Take the weight out, pop it to the side. We're going to stretch out that left bum cheek, so we can either come into a seated position and take that left foot to the right hip, or bring your left foot across and then slide the right leg away. And then come down onto the elbows. If you're in a seated position, rotate to the left. If we're in this position, bring the head to the floor if you can. And then slowly come up onto the hands, slide the leg out, and come round into a seated position. Soles of the feet together, let the knees open. Hold onto your feet, bring the heels as close to the body as you can, lift up from the hips, and then exhale, bring the crown of the head forward. And then release. Legs into a V, taking them as far apart as you can. So we're stretching out the inner thighs, but we're also going to stretch out the back of the legs and into that spine. So just lift that right bum cheek, take it for a walk back, same with the left. Lift up from the hips, reaching up towards the ceiling, and then reach forward. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, walk the hands round to the right. Deep breath in, and as you exhale, walk the hands round to the left. Deep breath in, exhale all the way around. Inhale, and then exhale all the way around. And then slowly come back to center. And then uncurl. Well done. Bring the legs together and relax.